Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the Obelisk Lounge. My name is Justice, and I am here to honestly see what happened to Gloria Satterfield. She was the housekeeper for the Murdaughs, and she mysteriously, passed away. According to the family, like the Murdaugh family, she tripped over the dogs or fell down the steps or something like that. And so I just want to know the truth of what it is, of what happened to her, because it's fishy. And I think they said at the end of the documentary that they reopened the case to see what happened. And so that is what I'm just going to go ahead and read on. If y'all have any additional questions that may come out, just put them, below, and I'm going to compile a list of everybody's questions and either do a live about it or do a pre-recorded video like I'm doing now. Unless something else comes out while I'm reading, that's going to be the only question that I answer, because I really just want to know what happened to her and who killed her. So, elevated ancestors, what happened to Gloria Satterfield, the housekeeper who worked for the Murdaughs? What happened to her the day that she supposedly tripped over the dogs at their house? Ace of Clubs, Eight of Diamonds, the Joker, Four of Clubs, Queen of Spades. Okay, what happened? So Ace of Clubs, Eight of Diamonds, and the Joker. So that day... Oh, and then let me do a side note to just let people know. I only read or talk to the deceased of the people that it is that I'm reading on in like my personal readings with clients. When I'm doing these readings here on YouTube, investigating these things from the past, I like to let the people rest. Okay, so I'm not going to be channeling and talking to them directly. I read the energy around the situation. Because I really don't want to disturb them, unless, they really just have something to say and they want to say it, then of course, but I engage with my spiritual cord to investigate what happened, in these readings that I'm doing here on YouTube. So again, I really only speak to the deceased, when I'm in a personal reading with a client. But anywho, so what happened to her? Ace of Clubs, Eight of Diamonds, and then I have my Joker here in reverse. So what they said happened to her is not true. She, in fact, did not trip over the dogs. I'm picking up on her intuition that day. Her intuition that day was telling her that something was off. I don't know if she had a conversation with one of her kids or like a family member, a close family member, and was feeling like some things were just not sitting right with her that day. But I feel like before she even went into work, like she was having like a series of unfortunate events, for lack of a better phrase. Like she lost her car keys. I'm picking up on that morning. She was running a little behind, or was about to run a little behind. Like usually she's there a little bit earlier, but I feel like on this day in particular, she was there, a little bit later, or not later, but close to her call time. Like, how some people, when they go to work, like they're there like 20 minutes early, 15 minutes early, but then also but then those of us, who like to get there maybe 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. She was there like 5 minutes before her call time. So a little bit later than normal. And she felt intuitively that something was off. I'm actually picking up on that she was going to call in that day, but she didn't, because I feel like she had good attendance, or like perfect attendance with working for them that day, but her intuition was telling her that something was off. And she was having like a conversation with one of her loved ones about just the offness that she felt in that day. With the 4 of clubs, the Queen of Spades, and then my 9 of clubs coming out. I'm picking up, let me see. So she really didn't even get to start her shift. So like when she got to work, she really didn't even get to start. When she got to work, I feel like there was some commotion going on. I'm seeing like one of the kids, possibly Paul, since in the documentary they said it was either Maggie or Paul that that killed her, but yeah, it was like some type of confusion or like some type of arguing going on. Yeah, 8 of Spades, 6 of Hearts, Queen of Clubs. I feel like Paul was into it with his mom. Like they were going back and forth. They were going at it. I feel like because he was drinking with the 8 of Spades here. Yeah, like he was like drinking. He was just on one that day. And then the 6 of Hearts. And then, yeah, he and his mom were on one that day. So what happened to her? Who killed her? Or, you know, or did she really trip over the dogs? 3 of Hearts, 2 of Diamonds. Oh, let me reshuffle since I asked a new question. Let me see who killed her. Because that's what was going on that day. But what I really want to know is who, like, how did she die? How did she fall that day? How did she end up on the ground? Like, what? Like, those are my questions. Because I don't want to assume that they killed her. But I do want to just see, like, did they kill her? Gloria. Satterfield. What happened to her? 3, 2. I'm seeing Paul. Like, whenever I ask, like, who killed her, like, his face is popping up in my head. Like, I'm not seeing the mom. Yeah, 4 of Hearts, King of Clubs, and the Ace of Spades in reverse. So it wasn't the dad that did it. He's just the one, of course, covering it up, him and the mom. But yeah, the Jack of Spades, the 10 of Hearts, and the 8 of Clubs, yeah, that was Paul. Because I keep seeing his face, like, whenever I'm, like, asking the question or even just trying to, like, rephrase it. Because I'm not trying to, you know, I like to see the truth in things, not like what I'm thinking or what it is that I personally feel. I like to know the truth, what it is that I'm reading, you know, and the truth is not always, you know, obviously what it is that I'm thinking or what it is that I'm feeling. That's why, you know, we read and we find out these things. But it was Paul. Paul was drinking. He was in a fit of rage. He was into it with, you know, with his mom, just mad at the world. I'm also feeling like that he probably had an argument with his girlfriend that day too. And he was just on one, like he was just lit, you know, just like, and not in a good way. And so, yeah, he's the one that pushed her. And I'm feeling like he pushed her by mistake. I'm not feeling like it was his intention to like kill her or to hurt her. Yeah, it wasn't his intention to, but he was just tripping. He was arguing, just mad at the world. And he pushed her, like, you know, get out the way. I'm hearing him say, like, get out the way, B. You know, I don't want to curse. Excuse me, I don't want to curse, but like I hear him saying that, you know. And then, but like right when he pushed her down, and he saw that she was bleeding, I feel like he was immediately like remorseful though. Because he didn't realize like the damage, you know, that he had caused. I'm not picking up on that, but the mom was like, asking him, like, are you serious? Like, dang it, like now we have to blah, 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 blah. And then that's when she, after she got her story together, that's when she called 911 and told them that Miss Satterfield fell down the steps, but no, Paul pushed her. He pushed her. It was by mistake, but he pushed her. He's the one that pushed her. She did not trip over any dogs. He was in a fit of rage, hollering, arguing, mad at the world, mad at his mama, mad at his girlfriend, and then took it out on Mrs. Satterfield. Well, I don't know if she was married at the time, but took it out on her. Yeah. He was immediately regretful and remorseful because he didn't mean to, but he was also very scared and cowardly as well, obviously. Because his mom was like, dang, how we finna cover this up? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we going to, convince, people that, that she fell. And I feel like they were probably arguing about the Steven situation, or like something else that had came up, or the mom was also concerned about that too. Like I feel like one of them are saying like, oh gosh, like another, like something else we have to fix or something else we have to cover up. Like they were having like that type of back and forth about it. I'm not seeing the mom being remorseful or scared at all. Like she was a cold woman. She's coming out very cold in these cards. She was just more so upset that he did it. Like she wasn't concerned with her, like with Miss Satterfield's safety and recovery. She wasn't concerned about that. She was concerned about her family reputation and trying to cover this up. Like she really didn't even care like that. She was not concerned about Miss Satterfield's recovery, like at all. Like very cold and very calculated. Yeah. Well, y'all, that's all I got. If y'all have any other questions about this situation, then as always, just put them in the comments below. And like I said in the previous readings, I'll probably do a live, or I might just do a pre-recorded video once I compile everyone's questions. But thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good one.